Oh, there you are, YouTube. We did it. We finished season 4 of The Crown. Last two episodes titled Avalanche and War. Both very good. Both very heavy on the Charles Diana drama. So be prepared for that. There is also, in the last of those two, War, there is a lot of emphasis on Margaret Thatcher in her final days in office and how that came to be. And it's really good. I mean, Gillian Anderson knocked that out of the park. Again, I don't know. I'm not like a Margaret Thatcher historian or anything, so I don't know a lot about her. My knowledge on Margaret Thatcher is very superficial. But what superficial knowledge I have, I feel like she was amazing. So I don't know. I loved watching her work. I loved hearing her do the voice, creating like the face. I just watched on Jimmy Kimmel where she was talking about how she sort of gets the vocals and sort of the look of the mouth. And she had said she kind of takes her jaw back a little so that her front teeth hit a little over her lips. I'm going to try it really quick because I haven't done this in a mirror. So I'll just look at my phone real quick and try and figure this out.
Yes, yes, nobody.
No, I can't do it. Okay, so let's leave it up to Gillian Anderson, right? She did it. I was kind of surprised though, there was no like Ronald Reagan in this season because I know it's more about the royals, but like Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher, they were pretty good buddies, right? I mean, what little I do know of her is that. So I don't know. I was just kind of preparing to see an actor playing Ronald Reagan, and I was curious to see who it was going to be, and then it didn't happen. So yeah, I guess it didn't fit in with the story, which is understandable. And this covered like 11 and a half years. It was basically when Margaret Thatcher won to when she left office. So in a lot of ways, while it is the crown, it was very much the PM, the Prime Minister, specifically Thatcherism and her time in office. So it's, I think, a unique season in that way. Maybe, I don't know. It was kind of that way with Churchill, maybe? I don't know. I, I don't know. This one felt a little different because we were seeing the beginning and the end, you know, and that is what this whole season conveyed. But yeah, a lot of Diana, a lot of Charles, a lot of Camilla, and that drama. If you're interested in that, you'll definitely get it here. I'm just kind of sad to see these actors go because we get a whole new stack of actors for the new season because each set gets 2 seasons and then they hire new people. I mean, you know, there are cameos here and there, like John Lithgow, who was Winston Churchill. He was in last season. You know, he did his first 2 seasons, and then he was in season 3 as well. Had a short period there, and then Claire Foy, she was in this season. So you know, you do see some jumping, and I'm wondering if we'll see that with Gillian Anderson, with Margaret Thatcher, if that'll pop up. If she'll come back at some point, I think that would be kind of cool. You know, not recast, but instead, or yeah, not recast with somebody else, but recast Jillian for a future season. I think that would be good. But yeah, it's weird because in season 3, when we first meet all these actors playing these characters, you're kind of like, I miss the old people. But then you grow to know these people, get comfortable with these actors, and then the following, now this last season, I'm kind of like, man, I don't want to see them go, And I'm sure it's just going to happen all over again next season where I'm kind of like, I miss the old people, miss previous season people. But you just, eventually start liking what you're seeing, getting comfortable, and, it all works out. That's kind of how I am with fashion. I equate it to fashion. When you see people out wearing something, it's like, ooh, why are they wearing that? Well, it's fashion. Better just get used to it because it's gonna be there. That's kind of how I am. Because I remember when I always loved wearing flare jeans back in the 2000s, and then skinny jeans started popping up, and I'm like, ugh, why? So I stayed away from them for so long, but it was like eventually I wore them, so why didn't I just jump on right away? Because it's going to happen. You're not going to have flares available, so just jump onto what's next, and that way you don't have to. I don't know. It's inevitable, so just go with it, I guess is what I'm saying. So that's how I feel about the switching of the cast. It's inevitable, so just embrace it. Embrace the new cast. That's kind of how I feel. It does take time to get comfortable, though. But anyway, these last two episodes. Oh, Avalanche. I want to go back and talk about that a little bit. I had no clue. Like a lot of this stuff, you know a little bit about. Some reason you just know a little bit about it, I guess. And I, look up stuff on the Royals quite a bit, but somehow I did not know Prince Charles was in an avalanche accident, like a very dangerous one. I mean, he could have lost his life, and some of the people he was with did. And I somehow never heard about that. That was news to me. When that happened, I was like, what? What? How did I never hear this? If I did ever hear it, completely forgot about it, because it felt like brand new, fresh information to me, to where it seemed like it was not real, because I feel like that's information I would have known about, and it wasn't. The way in which it played into the story, probably not in real life, but the way it did between Charles and Diana's relationship, that was interesting. That's how a lot of this stuff was, how things played into their relationship, whether for the better, whether for the worse, and what does that even mean in regards to them? Because, for the better, does that mean them staying together? Or is that for the worst, So, a lot of questions there. Duty versus love, love versus duty, all of that. It's all very interesting how many different ways you can look at it. But yeah, I thought it was a fantastic season. I mean, I love this stuff, so it's going to be very hard for me to not like any of these seasons. I'm just I don't know. I'm into it. I like the Royals. I think they're cool. I like movies about them. It's all interesting to me. So, I don't know, is there anything else I wanted to say? The Avalanche was the big one. I can't believe I waited so long to bring that up. I don't know, there's a nice moment with Margaret Thatcher in The Queen, after she leaves office, and she is awarded a medal, or a ribbon or something. I can't remember exactly what it was called. I think the word merit was in it, but that moment was pretty amazing. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Also, man, Gillian, again, I know I already said this, but she really knocked it out of the park in that last episode. Because there were some very emotional moments for her that were played out so well. The way in which she handled them, I think, anyway. Especially the way in which we understand Margaret Thatcher as the Iron Lady, to see what Gillian did with that and sort of showed us the vulnerable side of her in a few instances in that final episode. It was great. Anyway, I'm jumping back and forth to Avalanche to War, but anyway, last two episodes, absolutely wonderful. If you have not watched The Crown, start at the beginning, keep going. Although I think this season is watchable on its own, because it does have these very strong bookends with the start of Margaret Thatcher as PM, and then the end of her era as well. So you could really do it either way, but I think you should watch it all because it's great. Anyway, I think that's going to do it. So perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Peer Hangout.